Good morning, DrupalCon. Woo! Hey, so thank you for getting out of bed so early. I'd say that for the beginning of this session, this is probably a record, so go social media. Thanks for coming. Thanks for spreading the word. It usually starts with about 40, and then by the end, it's maybe 1,000, so I gotta save the good jokes till the end, you know. Just to get us warmed up, who was at DrupalCon Chicago and saw Robert Douglas and me telling bad jokes and singing the sound of music to Drupal words? Oh, nice. There's a couple hands. I don't see people very well, but okay. And who saw the Drupal Christmas Carol in London, where we talked about DrupalCon's past, present, and future, and what happens, how we get things done at DrupalCon? Oh, lots of people. Excellent. That was a fun one. Chix was the ghost of DrupalCon past. That was fantastic. Who was part of the iPad orchestra in Denver? Not so many. That was kind of cool. It was very conceptual. Who saw the, no, it really was. Who saw the ABCs of Drupal with Alphorn's yodeling lessons and girls teaching you how, girls and guys? Yes, with people teaching you how to pour beer in Munich. Ah, who's here for the beer again this morning? There isn't any, I'm sorry. I've heard there is some in Prague, so, and did anybody see the Drupal game show extravaganza in Portland? Oh. So, why are we all here? Who is at their first Drupal event ever today? Wow, wow. And who's at their first DrupalCon? So, thank you so much for coming. Everybody who's new to Drupal, welcome to our community. Thank you so much for coming. All of us who've been here before are going to do everything we can this week to make you feel at home and help you get into what we do. Everyone, give a round of applause for the people that are new here today. Thank you so much for coming. This week is our chance to welcome you to our community. And the past opening sessions that I've had the pleasure of doing they always tell a story, some aspect of what we do, how we do things. We've talked about open source values a lot. We've talked about how to DrupalCon. Today is a parable of community, especially, and because we're in Prague, which is a very important city in the history of Western classical music, we're going to hack opera, and we're going to give you an idea of what you're getting yourselves into with Drupal. And, you know, this is very serious, and we mean all of it, right? At classical music concerts, nobody has fun, so, all right? Let's meet our characters and learn about the story today. We have Act 1, in which the noob, a young, inexperienced web developer, meets the client who needs a website. In Act 2, wherein the noob tries to figure out what technology to choose to build a website and meets several evil mailing lists and the Drupal community on a bad day along the way. In Act 3, the helpers, DrupalGeno and DrupalGena, come to save the noob and show him how we get things done at DrupalCon. The noob learns about BOFs, attends a session, and is officially welcomed by the Drupal community. The Drupal community celebrates itself, and everyone exits to the bar. So, we're hacking opera today. We needed a chorus. You're all we could afford. Since you'll be singing today, I'd like to introduce Maestro Campbell Vertesi to help warm you up.
I can see you're getting the hang of this already. So, it's true, I am officially the Drupal opera singer, and I am here to make sure that you guys are the best opera chorus that we can afford. So, I am going to warm you all up, and I'd like everybody to get up out of their seats first. Opera is a very physical activity. It's hard to do with a laptop in your hand. So we're going to start with just a little physical warm-up. Everybody bend over and slowly roll up like this. And stretch your neck a little bit because it's early in the morning and everybody loves opera at 8 in the morning.
Yeah, baby.
Peanut gallery. All right, now everyone, to warm up your voice, I want everyone to lean back like you're making a big yawn and go, I love opera in the morning.
I love opera in the morning.
Is it too late to do the auditions again? All right, let's do that again, but it has to be louder because this is opera and there's a lot of seats here. I love opera in the morning. Excellent. Now some vocal warm-ups. This is very important and very serious, so I'd like everybody to get your serious opera face on. And you're going to do like this. Go ahead. And again.
Now apologize to the person in front of you for what you just did to the back of their shirt.
All right, now, me.
Me.
You know, they're actually way better than I thought they were going to be. Ma.
Ma.
Module.
Module.
No, don't you ever hack core.
No, don't you ever hack core.
Very nice, guys. Now, it's hard for me to understand what you're saying. Enunciation is critical for a good opera chorus. So everyone repeat after me. We're going to do a couple of tongue twisters. Dries does drush DL and drush dish. Oh. Now you see why we do this, right? Dries does drush DL and drush dish daily. Dries does drush DL and drush dish daily. Faster. Dries does drush DL and drush dish daily. How many chicks could chicks chuck if chicks could chuck? Never mind. All right, I think you guys are ready. You're our official chorus, so every time we need you to sing, Jam is going to be our conductor, and we're going to get you up out of your seats to sing along. No worries, we will have words up top for you. But for now, you can sit back down, and we're going to begin our opera. So,
we are about to meet our young noob. And this noob is a very inexperienced young web developer, played by a very inexperienced member of our community.
Who should be
Ladies and
entering any
gentlemen,
moment.
a big round of applause, please, for our noob, Gabor Hojci. Gabor's user account on Drupal.org will be 10 years old this coming Saturday. Woo! So anyway, the noob knows nothing. And the noob meets the client. Are you ready, client?
Oh, I'm ready. If I had a website, you can build it, biddy bum. Since you're such a techie guy, I shouldn't have to license. Diddle 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 dum. You can use an open CMS, WordPress, Joomla, all the same to me. It should have responsive theming, Ajax and everything, blogs and Facebook too. Maybe with a web store down below. There should be one long scroll bar just going up and one even longer coming down. And something that's live streaming just for show. If I had a website, give-it-divvy-divvy-divvy-divvy-divvy-dum. You can build it, diddy-diddy-dum. Since you're such a techie guy, I shouldn't have to license. Divvy-divvy-divvy-divvy-divvy-dum. Oh, just hack some open CMS. I don't care your coding is a mess. Just make sure my website is the best. WordPress, Joomla, all the same to me.
Oh, so he said any open CMS will do, right? Now what can I use? Let's see. No. Maybe that one? I don't know.
So the noob needs to figure out what technology to use to build the website.
But I've tried all these systems. They all seem to be able to do what my client wants. I need to build a little website, but how to do it right? I'm such a noob. HTML, dynamic content, and some social features. Any tech will do. My start,
He got his start
in the online forums. Had to explore them, reading through the night. And in the east, the dawn was breaking, and my head was aching. I'm such a commercial help, a license fee. Some guy said buy his IDE. The project, it was fading quickly. I am such a noob. Some PHP, or a .NET thing. I am sure swimming. Any tech will do.
Any tech will do.
Can I get by? With an open source thing?
An open source thing?
Still hesitating. Any tech will do.
Any tech will do. Any tech will do. Any tech will do.
Any tech will do.
So, in the emotional journey of our opera storyline, you know, our noob has got a gig. Great. And now, you know, he's trying to figure out how to do it and he's not sure. So we're coming to rock bottom. We're coming to the pit out of which our main character always has to climb out in these stories. So we all know that getting into an open source project can be tricky. Some projects have famously stringent cultures, you know, or they're kind of grumpy, as a project. Who knows WebChick.net Node 9? I saw one. Anybody else? Okay. All right. So, you know, this is where we meet the Drupal community on a bad day. Angie got selected to do the Summer of Code. Her mentor was actually Robert Douglas. And she was very, very excited. And then she wrote a little post that she calls WebChick Gets Roasted to a Crisp. Hi everyone, my name's Angie and I'm so excited to be here. I'm the new summer code student. I can't wait to work with you all. It's so great. And what can we get started on doing it? This is a channel for serious devs only. This happened in Pound Drupal IRC, okay? And this really happened. And, Angie hid under a blanket and lucky for us, she gave us a second chance. But, so I was thinking of this part in the noob's journey and listening to some music, and I found some music that kind of expressed for me, mailing list hell, okay? Because our community, can be a scary place. Now, this is the first choir number, okay? Everyone from here over, you are the Linux kernel mailing list. Whoever wants to play Linus Torvalds is allowed to use swear words. From here over, you're the PHP developers mailing list, and you can be the Drupal community on a relatively bad day. So while our noob is trying to ask questions to our various mailing lists, like these, the mailing lists are giving him these kind of answers, right? Now, RTFM, serious devs, bug shedding thread, bug shedding thread, bug shedding thread, because that's actually our specialty over in Drupal, right? So I'm going to pretend to conduct you, but just yell out stuff that goes with the music. I'm sure everyone's heard this one before, right? So, are you ready, chorus? Bad day. Stupid noob had showed up and he dared to ask us questions. Like he can't, read the friendly manual. Grumpy. Grumpy, grumpy. Are you ready? Practice once. RTFM. RTFM. I didn't really hear you, but have you got the idea? Okay, I need you to participate this time. I didn't give you a good cue, I'm sorry. This one's for real. Okay? RTFM. You can't remember RTFM? Serious devs. Bike shedding thread, bike shedding thread, bike shedding thread. RTFM, serious devs, bike shedding thread. RTFM, serious devs, bike shedding thread, bike shedding thread.
Please help me.
RTFM!
But I thought...
There you go. RTFM, serious devs, bike shedding thread, RTFM, serious devs, bike shedding thread. RTFM, you noob. Now, because we strive not to be like that in the Drupal community, we have DrupalGeno and DrupalGena from Mozart's The Magic Flute, who are going to come to the rescue. This is Act 3, in which our helpers come to save the noob and show him how we get things done at DrupalCon. The noob is going to learn about buffs, attend a session, and socialize with the Drupal community on a good day. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Mozart's Magic Flute, DrupalGeno and DrupalGena. Why aren't you playing? Wait a minute. Please play. What?
Wrong opera.
Oh.
Install them. Wrong opera.
Oh, that was the wrong opera. Sorry, hold on. Right. Magic Flute, not Wagner. So, who had the pleasure of growing up and getting advice from this man. This is a very American phenomenon, but in the United States, this is a man, he's passed away. His name was Fred Rogers, and he did a television show called Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and it was simply the wholesomest, most, innocent and naive in the best possible way, television show where he just basically taught kids how to be a good person and how to be interested in, the good things, the simple things in life. And he's actually a real hero to a lot of people, and he said one thing that I find inspiring and has a lot to do with my journey into the Drupal community. He said, when I was a boy and I would see scary things on the mailing lists, my mother would say to me, look for the helpers. Look for the helpers. You'll always find people who are helping, okay? Now, this actually really reflects my experience of Drupal, and I hope a lot of others. So, our helpers, Drupal Gainer and Drupal Gainer, are going to come and show the noob how we get things done in Drupal.
Buff, buff, buff,
Buff, buff, buff,
buff, buff, buff, buff,
buff, buff, buff, buff,
buff, buff, buff, buff, buff, buff, buff,
buff, buff, buff, buff, buff, buff, buff,
birds of a feather.
birds of a feather.
You can ask your Drupal question,
You can ask your Drupal question.
and they will help you find an answer.
Yes, they will help you find an answer. You
You'll
find an answer.
answer.
You
You'll
find an answer.
There you can talk with other
There
devs,
I can talk to other
and they
devs.
will help you understand.
And they will help me understand.
Until you can help another, until you can help another newbie just like you, just like you, just like you, just like you, until someday you find another newbie just like you. First, they will help you with your theming.
Then they will help him with his coding.
No, they will help him with his theming.
No, they will help him with his coding.
With his theming.
With his coding.
With his theming.
With his coding. With his coding. With his coding. Everyone here just wants to help you.
Everyone here just wants to help you.
They help you code.
They will help you with your theming. They will help you with your theming, not your coding.
With
Only
your coding,
theming,
with your
only
coding, with
theming,
your
only
coding.
theming.
With our community you'll never fail.
Everyone here just wants to help you.
Everyone here just wants to help you.
They help you think.
They will help you with your coding. They will help you with your coding. They will help you with your coding.
With your theming, with your theming. With our community you cannot fail.
With your coding, with your coding, with your coding, with your coding, with your
theming
coding,
community will never fail.
with your coding,
With your theming,
with your coding, with your coding, with your coding, community will never fail. Community will never fail. Community will never fail. They will help him with his coding.
They will help you with your theming. They will help you with your theming. They will help you with your theming.
This literally has nothing to do with the opera. Hold on a second.
I'm so depressed.
Okay.
Me, the most intelligent being in this galaxy, and they use me as an errand boy. Can you believe it?
Okay, so good that we're getting the geek inside jokes here. What can we do for you, Marvin?
I'm looking for a man named Alex Spot. It's a matter of universal importance. He gets the thing I need to give him before the Drupal Dev Days that are going to happen next March in Szeged, Hungary.
You need to find Alex Pot before Drupal Dev Days in Szeged next March. Okay, you know what Alex looks like, right?
No, they just gave me a baby picture.
All right. I would say that there are probably some people out here who can help you find Alex.
Okay, just please tell him to meet me this Wednesday afternoon. It's a matter of universal importance. Thank you.
Thanks, Marvin.
I'll go sit in the corner now.
Since we've been interrupted, how many of you are asking, why isn't Robert here? How now we've noticed. Yeah, so who's heard of the open Goldberg variations and the open well-tempered clavier? Robert is doing an amazing project with his wife, who is a wonderful pianist, and they are combining classical music with open source in a really, really innovative and exciting way. And they're in the middle of their second Kickstarter project. And so it's from Bach, you know, with the copyright symbol, to Bach without it. And as of yesterday, they were 2 days into their campaign and just about halfway there, which is pretty astonishing. And what they're doing is really cool. They're making a studio quality recording of the first book of the Well-Tempered Clavier, which is 48 exquisite pieces of music. They're releasing that entire recording into the public domain, completely free of any kind of copyright, producing a physical CD, producing a newly academically annotated, open source, non-copyrighted version of the score. Now, this is where things get crazy. If you're not so much in the music world, until the Open Goldberg project, there was no public domain, academically, accurate, annotated version of Bach's Open Goldberg variations for a piece of music that's, 200-300 years old. People can hold on to copyright that long. So Robert, in cooperation with his wife and Muse Score, produced a new score, released it in Music XML, and as a really cool playable file in the Muse Score software. And they're doing the same thing with the Open Well-Tempered Clavier. It's a really worthwhile, open source, innovative, interesting project. And Robert's wife, Kimiko, will be performing here at DrupalCon on Thursday morning, and Robert will be giving a talk about about this project. So I encourage anyone who can to donate and come to the session on Thursday and hear some wonderful music and a really innovative thinker about open source talking about what he's up to right now. Now, we couldn't have one of these sessions without Robert, and despite the fact that he's thousands of miles away somewhere helping his wife do her concert tour, ladies and gentlemen, joining us via video today, a big round of applause for Robert Douglas.
Well, hi there. Are you ready? Let's begin. I am the very model of a Drupalist developer. I publish code and had some beers with every core contributor. I know the 7 function stack, I've got it in my memory, from altered forms to entities, so those are elementary. I'm very well acquainted too with database abstractory and all the bootstrap stages through, of that I have a mastery. Debugging is my middle name and OOP my favorite game. An object can instantiate from this here static factory. For clearing cache, I've got a trick, a Python script that's really slick. It iterates on foreign keys and joins them using PHP. While launching sites, I say out loud, your code deserves to see the cloud, where scaling is commodity and backups come for almost free. If selling's what you want to do, I have the best, most modern clue. You kickstart sales and save time too when commerce is your shopping tool. And now you are at DrupalCon, where code sprints form a marathon, and Acquia and Lullabot and Commerce Guys and Wondercrowd. Our wandering day in and out what Drupal 8 is all about. Our wandering day in and out what Drupal 8 is all about. And Acquia and Lullabot and Commerce Guys and Wondercrowd. Our wandering day in and out what Drupal 8 is all about. A website needs some modules to get you lots of visitors. A task that Drush makes trivial, but make sure you have semaphores, and theming is a simple task with CSS and JavaScript, but Eden says you should not use the entity construction kit. Now, if you want some firm advice, you need not ask me even twice. I'll give it to you at half price, because I can tell you're rather nice. A warning stems from ancient lore that junior devs should not ignore. The wrath of Dries, and much, much more. Be falsely should you hack on core. I am the very model of a Drupalist developer. I've published code and had some beers with every core contributor. I know the 7 function stack. I've got it in my memory from altered forms to entities. Oh, those are elementary.
Wow, I got a lot out of that session, but now I'm exhausted. I wonder what those guys at the buff would do for the night. Maybe I
What
should
would
join
the
them.
Drupal community do after a long, exhausting day of sessions? Now, beer. Yes, many of us would say beer is the fuel of the projects. Okay? Now, this is a choir number, a chorus number, so everybody on your feet. We are the Drupal community on a great day, socializing tonight, okay? You all know the tune. Oh, wait. Is there anybody who doesn't drink alcohol in here? Sing these lyrics. No, we have to be inclusive and welcoming here, right? Okay. So, I believe you will know this tune. And interestingly, this is a public domain recording from 1913. Welcome the noob to our community. Beer, beer, a Drupal beer, 'cause everyone is friends here. Beer, beer, oh Hawaii beer, the fuel of the project. Beer, beer, cheer, cheer, beer, beer. Drupal 8, it won't be late. The Kool-Aid also tastes so great. The bike shed threads will tolerate. Our folks sure love to debate. Beer, 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 cheer. Welcome to Drupal, noob. Nobody sit down. Stay on your feet. Now, we've had a beer, and this is now we are the Drupal community on a great day. And I have one more piece of music that I believe everyone knows. One more. Yes, the We Are Drupal chorus. Are you ready? I hope I'm ready.
And anybody who wants to join along and sing from up on stage,
Oh,
we
yes.
welcome you to come up here.
Has anybody who wants to sing on
You even get
stage?
sheet music down here. It's really excellent.
Okay.
Woo! Yay, there we have one.
Adam
Hey,
Duran,
awesome.
welcome to
No
the
one
stage.
else?
Nobody
One
else
brave
has the
soul?
courage.
Anyone else?
Here comes someone else. So,
So we got-
while we're
yeah.
getting some people on
Yeah,
stage,
yeah, yeah.
I want to thank Nancy Beers, who is a Scrum Master and Project Manager in Drupal Shop. Well, thank you, Nancy, for helping us out this morning. Campbell Fertesi from Forum 1. I think his title is Senior Developer Guy or something. Marvin the Paranoid Android from the Drupal Developer Days in Szeged next March. And very most of all, Gabor Hojci, 9 years and 51 weeks in the Drupal project. Woo-hoo! Thank you very much. Okay, Drupal Choir. You guys want a mic?
Yay, we got a choir.
One
Woohoo! Awesome.
Everyone gets to hear Adam.
Thank goodness.
We are Drupal. We are Drupal. We're Drupal. We're Drupal. We're
Thank you. Thank you, Drupal Chorus. Thanks for coming up on stage, guys. Thank you, Swedish Chef. Woo! So, for the first time ever, I can reveal to you the theme of the next DrupalCon opening session. And I have some good news. Robert Douglas has promised to be back with us live for America's next top module. Woo! Hey, thank you so much for getting out of bed, especially all of you who were here at 8 o'clock. I think it was a record this time. Thank you so much. Dries is on in 15 minutes. Have a great DrupalCon. Thanks for coming.